Hello, my name is Megan L. I am an animal care supervisor here at Dallas, and it is my privilege to take care of Uche here, who is one of our male Okapi. Uche is hopefully going to be our newest breeding male, so we're hoping to have lots of calves from this guy in the coming years. I'll try to see if he'll get his head up here, and you can see that he has ossicones on his head that look a little bit familiar. Okapi are kind of strange. Like, oh, look at that tongue coming out. They look a little bit familiar, like they look like something that you might have seen before, but not really sure what. Actually, they're the only relative of the giraffe. So if you look at this guy here, you're going to see he has a really long prehensile tongue, which is just like the tongue of the giraffe. He has ossicones, just like giraffe have, on the top of their head, and those are really not horns. Those are actually a kind of bony structure that's a little bit different from a horn. So the Okapi and the giraffe are the only relatives of each other, and that's kind of why they look familiar, but the Okapi from the rainforest. So they have a lot of adaptations that look completely different from a giraffe because they live in a very kind of dark, wooded area where there's lots of vegetation. They need to blend in with the vegetation where the sunlight kind of filters through, and that's why their stripes really come in handy there. And these guys are smaller, obviously. It wouldn't help to be a giant giraffe in a rainforest. It would be kind of difficult. You'd be crashing around through the trees. These guys also are solitary. That's one of the big differences between the Okapi and the giraffe, is these guys live alone in the wild. They actually have territories. They get together occasionally, obviously, for breeding, but other than that, they're on their own. And that's one of the reasons they're very mysterious, elusive animals that people really don't know much about, because the Okapi are very silent. They hide very well in the forest, and nobody really can get a good look at them in the wild. That's why it's so fun to really work with them in this type of setting and to get a good look at them close, because really it's something that no one would really be able to do anywhere else. And these guys, as you can see, he's eating leaves. That's the main food for the Okapi. They eat about 200 different species of trees in the Democratic Republic of Congo, which is where they're from. And here at the zoo, we'll give them leaves as enrichment. We make sure they have plenty of nice fresh green stuff to eat. And that's one of his favorite things here, is to eat the leaves. And as he was eating, you can kind of see they have that long tongue, and they use it like a hand. They can actually grab with it. I'm going to see if he'll actually try to reach for it, because this guy is shorter than the other one, and maybe I can reach tall enough. Let's see if his little tongue will come out. It's not little, it's about 12 to 14 inches long, and he has to use it if he really wants it. Come on, buddy. There we go. He can grab it, and he's really strong with it. He can pretty much pull it away from anybody. They could pull whole trees down just by grabbing the very tip of a branch if it's strong enough. So these guys are made to eat leaves. They're pretty amazing that way. The Okapi are one of the animals that live in the DRC, which is one of the most biologically diverse countries in the world. It's a rainforest there that, as you all have been following with the news, rainforests are one of the things that we need to basically breathe. Even us here need the Democratic Republic of Congo rainforests to breathe. And one of the main threats to the Okapi is deforestation. They are an endangered species. They've been protected, but of course their habitat is being lost due to things like mining of gold. Poaching actually is happening in that area, especially there's elephants in the Congo that have ivory, just like elephants have ivory everywhere. That's what people are after. Gold, and also coltan, which is used to make a lot of electronics, including your cell phone. So it's really important for us to think about how globally what we do here affects the world, and that's one of the ways that we can help gorillas and Okapi and other animals that live in the forest, is to recycle things and to use all of the things that we have. Don't dispose of things so easily. Really kind of pay attention to what we're using, and that's one of the main things that we can do to help even the faraway Okapi in the Congo. And please come see Uche and some of the other animals that we have here, and keep up with us, and we'll have to hopefully have some keeper talks in the future.